I'm Holly Barker and I'm a combined student with geography and sport. I did an internship at Southport for about 12 weeks.
My name's Neil Skidmore, I'm the sports scientist at Southport Football Club. I needed more hands in to be able to create more roles and jobs that I wanted to get done around the club.
I felt like doing the internship was something new, something different, something to put on your CV and probably to boost confidence as well. Going into an environment like that, probably never going to do it again.
Holly's internship has been really in-depth, so the fact that she's been able to work with some semi-professional and some professional sports players in an applied context setting during the season has really developed a learning in the fact that she can now process things that you would normally do in and around a sports team whilst they're training rather than doing stuff in the closed season as well. So she's been able to collect data pre and post training, so she looks at the rate of perceived exertion from the sessions, she gathers heart rate scores, she'll live monitor the heart rate scores as well as we're running through the session, and then she creates wellness charts and stuff for after the training sessions. So she'll go round and she'll ask the players how they thought the session was, how the sleep was the night before in order for the applicability in the training sessions, and then she'll then create reports. Most of it's done on the system, but she'll then aid the reporting coming out, and then we just talk about the reports and transfer that to the manager.
A typical day would be get there, unpack all the equipment, have a GPS systems, made sure that every player was there and every player had a band on, made sure it was all working, it was all linked up to the computer. Then go out onto the pitch, made sure everything was linked up already, go finish at the end, make sure that the data was already analysed, exported, everything like that, packed up, made sure we got all the equipment back.
It's not only just the application of what she was doing that's helped her to develop, it's also been her own personality that's developed as well. So for the first couple of weeks she wasn't that talkative, you know, she was learning the role and had quite a lot to try and learn from what I was telling her to do, but over the course of the internship she's generated more of a personality about herself within that applied setting. So she's now playing ping pong with the players after the session. She's been able to just talk to someone who's at a professional level is quite a big thing to do, and being able to benefit from something like that, I think in your development in any sports science industry is key.
Skills vary. It's more sort of social skills, confidence, meeting new people, being able to talk to a different range of people, different ages, different levels, just the general sort of social aspect behind it, as well as learning the technology and the things that go with the sports science side as well.
So we have two interns from Hope, so we've got Holly and we've got Will as well, and to be able to have a contrast and difference between genders within an applied role is pretty good. In terms of my own development, I've probably gained a lot more as being a teacher and a demonstrator, and having the patience to deal with people who aren't quite at the same level that I was, but I want to get them to that level, has probably opened my eyes more of how invaluable the internship was to me as well as the students.
Being mentored by Neil was a good experience. He made sure that we knew exactly what we were doing, where we were, what we needed to do.
The players have benefited quite well from having the internship programme around, not only being able to adjust to a girl within the applied setting, they've also been able to gather scores from what they've been doing. So you'll find that most of the time throughout the training session there'll be a couple of lads who will do different things, and then they'll come straight over to the computer to be able to see what they're looking at, and they'll be like, oh, what was my score, how's my heart rate looking, you know, can I do anything differently, can I do a bit extra at the end if they feel that they haven't hit their own target. And then after the training session, once the report's compiled, it all gets put against one another, so you'll be able to see the top runners and then the lowest runners in terms of how the heart rates progress throughout the session. And we've put little competitions in place to see who was the worst trainer and who was the best trainer. So in terms of the players being able to benefit from what the sports science internship has been able to create, it's been pretty good because they've been able to push themselves further than they would normally do.
I definitely recommend doing an internship. As I say, completely different, something unique, something to put on your CV, meet new people, great experience to get experience for the workplace. It's completely different. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing any type of internship, whether it be in football, rugby, tennis, any sort of sport.